Imagine what you could do to help our veterans with an extra $20 million. That's money the Veterans Administration spent in CAGW, but it didn't go toward services or programs. It went toward a new power plant that nearly a decade later, I found out, still isn't in use. Tucked away in the corner of the VA campus in CAGW is this shiny new 10,000 square foot power plant. It was designed and built to save $1 million a year in energy costs. Instead, it's a giant symbol of your tax dollars wasted. In this case, between $15 and $20 million.
Taxpayers 100% need to be outraged.
We're just trying to find out why this thing is delayed, why no work's going on. I've been following the slow and sometimes stalled progress of this renewable energy project for more than 5 years. It was funded with stimulus money in 2010, and construction crews broke ground 2 years later. A biomass steam generation plant, it was designed to burn wood chips and bark, creating steam that would provide heat and power to the 150-acre VA campus.
I had 2 trailers here that the contractors were working out of.
Chuck Tomes lives right next to the VA campus in the shadow of the new building. He's had to deal with the dust and noise from the construction site for longer than he ever anticipated.
They said it was going to be an 18-month project. Realistically, you know that there's going to be some bad weather. Things are going to take a little longer. Maybe it was going to be 2 years. You know, they packed up 6 years after they started, and we still aren't up and running.
The project was hampered by long delays as the contractor and the government were locked in a bitter dispute over building designs that led to litigation, driving the price of the plant even higher.
Overall, this is kind of indicative of a lot of these stimulus projects.
Curtis Kalin is with the watchdog group Citizens Against Government Waste.
Taxpayers, when they hear $20 million wasted, that's a lot of money. Maybe in Washington that's not a lot of money, but it's a lot of money to the average American.
During my previous reporting of the construction delays, our elected officials took notice and vowed to get to the bottom of it.
We're trying to find out. Someone's being very stubborn. It's either the VA or the contractor. I tend to think it's the VA.
It's something that we should not find and don't find acceptable.
But interest in Washington faded even as the delays continued. Now, 8 years later, construction of the plant is essentially complete. Yet as another winter prepares to grip western New York, there are no signs the VA is close to generating heat from this new facility. So what's the holdup now? I went back to the VA trying to find out. My name is Brett Davidson. I'm with News 10 NBC.
Hi, how are you?
Very good.
Good.
Trying to find somebody who can tell us the status of this plant.
You'd have to speak with our public representative.
We've tried that.
Okay.
We can't get any answers.
I'm sorry. I can't give you any answers either.
Eventually, someone from the VA did reach out through email, and the question we had was this. If the work is done, why hasn't the VA fired up that plant? The answer? There are no plans to use it. I'll tell you why coming up tonight at 11.
Wow, looking forward to that. Thanks so much, Brett.